Tonight, on a special episode of Pen the Writer's Utopia, it is our book tour, baby. And guess what? We are featuring a brand new author this week. And I'm so excited to be welcoming none other than A.M. Morning and her book, Shades the Blue. So come on in, make sure you like and share with your friends and family. I'm telling you, this is an episode you don't want to miss. It's Pen the Writer's Utopia, baby. It's our book tour. See you in a bit. Welcome to another exciting episode of Pen the Writer's Utopia. I told you guys this season we're going to have some surprises, and these are our special edition episodes where we are featuring new authors each and every time and their books. So tonight, I have the honor of sitting down with none other than A.M. Morning. She is the author of Shades of Blue, and I can't wait for you get to know her. So let's go ahead and bring her on in while I'm over here getting tongue tied. That's the thing about live shows. I'm tongue tied, y'all. I don't know why. I'm just so excited. But welcome. Hi, AM Morning. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I was so excited that I almost forgot to show everybody the wonderful Shades of Blue. Yes, she has hers too, y'all. This is the copy. And look, it's magnificent because it's a hardback. Yeah, that's your real novel work right there. Uh-huh. This is the hardback, but anyway, I'm super excited to sit down and talk to you. So let's go ahead and wait a minute. Welcome to everybody that's watching. See, I'm so excited. I forgot to welcome y'all. Welcome. Now, hey Alan, let's go ahead and get on into it. So, AM Morning. Listen, I know your story. How does it feel to finally have your book published?
It's awesome. It has been a very labored journey. I'm going to say that. Uh, say that. It's like giving birth. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and it's steady cooking and developing and growing inside you. It's from within, and finally, it was able to be published.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna back up just a little bit because first I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. So who is AM Morning?
AM Morning, she's she's a single mom, a hardworking, independent woman, strong, very spiritual, funny, lighthearted. Look, if that's the AM Morning part of me, but I'm also Reese, the stand-up comic, the comedian, the apple of my grandparents' eyes. Uh, funny, caring, and loving person. That's who AM Morning is. A
That's
lot of
who
things.
AM Morning is. I was about to say because AM Morning is an actress, she's a comedian, but I get it. I put you on the spot, and you're like, "Wait a minute, T. I'm not ready to just talk all about myself just yet. But it's time for you to come out your cocoon. I say that to you all the time. It's time to come up out that cocoon and show everybody the beautiful butterfly that you have blossomed to be. And I am excited for you, baby. I'm excited for you. Now, there was a post that you had put out, I believe it was on Facebook, and it was so touching. And you talked about when you first started writing Shades of Blue. Share with the
Um,
audience a little bit about when Shades of Blue was birthed, how it came about.
ooh, it came about on my bed of affliction. On I was sick in the hospital, and they was telling my friends and family and my parents that I wasn't going to make it. I I made it through. God blessed me, and He brought it through. But I wasn't through without some scars in my body, mentally and physically. And I was in the hospital feeling sorry for myself because um, I didn't think I was uh, worth nothing anymore because I felt that because I was damaged, because I could no longer work in the capacity that I used to. I could no longer do the things that I used to. I felt like I was damaged and ready for the trash. Um, I was in there crying, feeling sorry for myself, and then my rehabilitation coordinator, Angela Murray. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, God, for sending her my way. She said, "Why are you crying?" She said, "You have been through so much. You're so strong." She's like, "This isn't the end of you. This is the beginning of a new you." And she said, "All those stories you got in you," she said, "Girl, you could write a book." And it just dawned on me. I could write a book because I always wanted to do this. I've been writing it since I was a little girl, and I was like, I'm gonna really sit down and write it this time. I'm taking this opportunity. God set me down, and then that's what started. And she assisted me the whole way because not only was I debilitated in my hands and in my vision, but I still could talk. So she said, "I'll take the dictation." She pulled out a pen and paper the old fashioned way. And that's when we started. That was in 2017. Around this time in 2017, I was in the hospital in 2017. Yep. Yep.
And
Right
look
after
at you
my son's
now.
birthday. Mhm. On
Yeah.
the
I thought
27th,
that
as a
was
matter of
so
fact.
powerful. Yeah, when I read that, and I remember calling you and saying, "Oh my goodness, that is so powerful," to even realize that I knew that you had been working on the book for a few years. But to know that you literally started when you were at your lowest. You were at your lowest. And I know your son Tyree always has the running joke, how you can't see. You wrote a book. Well, now everybody knows the answer. Okay, she may have some vision impairment, right? But she does have people that step in and help her with dictation and writing the book. And I'm going to pause right there and say, so for all of y'all that's sitting down making excuses as to why you haven't started writing your book, you have no more excuses, because even the lady that couldn't even see that great found a way to write down and tell the story that were inside of her. So no more excuses, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. No more excuses. But that was powerful. And now look at you. You took that story that you started writing at your lowest, and it has now come to fruition. Like, that has to be such an amazing feeling.
It's a release. I feel a little less burden, a little less heavy, if that makes any sense. You
It
know,
does.
I and I feel like I'm in my zone when I write or when I go to that place or that storytelling mode. It's in my zone. I go in my zone so much that I forget what I write. It's like I'm writing it, and then I gotta. Oh, I wrote that. Oh yeah, I did write. One of those things.
Yes, I understand that feeling, because it's when you're in that zone and you go back and see the magnificence that you wrote, it's like, oh, okay, wait a minute, that's good. Like, I have moments like that when I'm like, who wrote that? But
Or
it's
who
a
dictated that? You
fantastic.
know.
There you go. Or who dictated that? There you go. So, your love of storytelling started when you were younger. Tell us a little bit about being a young writer and how that actually started for you.
Well, when I was a little girl, I was one of those little nosy kids that asked 50 million questions. What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? And by me being the oldest of three siblings on my mom's side, at night, we would get together at night and I would tell them a story or I would read them a story. And that sounds so funny. I wonder if they even remember that as little girls. And we would make up stories. And then when I went over my aunt Pam and Nina house, which was, we were all the same age as kids, we would make up stories. We would talk about Doodle Boy and then the series of Doodle Boy. Oh, you kissed Doodle Boy. It's just a whole elaborate story. As I got older, me and my girlfriend, they was like, "Oh, tell me a story." And I had the gift of telling the story and putting them in it. Like, oh yeah, this guy said this and that, fantasizing sort of. So, but
Yeah.
on a different level.
That's
So that's
awesome. So basically you've had the gift of storytelling all along,
and,
where
and didn't even
you
realize
just
that's what
create a
it was.
story on the spot. Yeah. But you know what, as kids we really don't. We just know that we like to we called it what, make believe is what we called it. We just knew that we
Hmm.
like to tell stories and to make up stories and play make believe. I mean, that's, it's all creative, it's all creating storylines, and then some people go on to do more with it, you know what I mean? But that is how we start. That's how our creativeness starts. It starts with you playing make believe and creating this world of characters. And then as you grow, they
We was
they
writing
continue for some.
songs. We was writing songs when I was a little girl. I remember 7 years old. We was the Apple Tree Baby Gang. Me, my cousin Deidre, my sisters Nicole and Lawanda. We the Apple Tree Baby Gang, and we would, in the backyard playing, and we even singing our theme song because we the Apple Tree Baby Gang, and we was to make those songs and stories. It was crazy. When I look back, we were some crazy kids. We didn't have video
No,
games.
you weren't crazy kids, you were creative kids, and it was all feeding your creative juices that is now again coming out of the cocoon and blossoming into this magnificent writer known as AM Morning. Listen, I'm telling you guys, this is a magnificent book, and it's not just because T. Lynn worked on it, but I'm telling you, this is a great book. It's a great story. It's a page turner. When I first read this book, AM Morning knows this. I'm gonna call you AM for short, honey. When I first read this book, I read it in less than 24 hours. I started reading it. I was like, oh, let me check it out. Let me see where it's at. I started reading this book at 10 o'clock at night. I was still up at 3 o'clock in the morning reading. And then I was like, oh man, I gotta go to bed because I got some things I gotta do tomorrow. But I sure enough got up the next day, finished what I had to do quickly, and then I finished this book because it's that much of a page turner. You want to go out and get your copy of Shades of Blue by AM Morning. You can go right on over to Kita Life Publishing, which, by the way, is our sponsor. So we are sponsored by Kita Life Publishing. This book is published by Kita Life Publishing, and you can go to kitalife.com and grab your copy there. It's also available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's available at Walmart as well, and Books A Million. You don't know what you're missing. I'm telling you, you want to go get your copy of this book. It's a fantastic book written by a fantastic storyteller, and believe me, she got some stories to tell y'all. But you know what time it is. We do have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be joined by two of AM Morning's special guests, Miss Misha and Louisa, and we're going to chat all about Shades of Blue, baby. So go ahead, grab you a quick snack and a drink of water. You know how I am. I push your water. Water's good for the body. And come on right back. This is Pen the Writer's Utopia, baby. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Pen the Writer's Utopia. This is our special edition book tour, and today we are featuring Shades of Blue, written by A.M. Morning. That's right, y'all. Shades of Blue. It's a fantastic book, and I am so happy to bring A.M. Morning back. Come on back in. Good to see you. And we're being joined by Louisa, known as the Blue Phoenix Hills. I love that. I love your name there. Um, so welcome, ladies. Welcome, Misha. Welcome,
Hello.
Louisa. How are you this evening?
Great. How are you?
Fantastic. Listen, you two have been some of the greatest supporters for AM Morning, and we want to take a moment to just let you celebrate with her and to find out how you guys feel about the book this far. So, I'm going to start with Misha. Tell me a little bit when you found out that AM was writing a book, how did you feel? Like what was your feeling?
My first feeling is I probably didn't believe it, only because she's very imaginative. She loves to tell stories. She loves music, and she's multifaceted. So when she said she wanted to write a book, she said she wanted to be a comedian, and I'm all for that. Whatever you want to do, I want to support you, and I want to be that friend too. But let's see what happens. Let's see what you do first. Let's see what moves you, because maybe you want to do one thing and it leads to another, or maybe you do one thing and that's your love, that's your passion, and that's your focus. But I think the book was probably the most therapeutic for her. A lot of it is based on true events, but we do have some Hollywood fiction in it. But I think it was more therapeutic, that it gave her a chance to really diagnose her upbringing, her lifestyle, her character, and it evolved into something else. And I know that the next installments of other books will just show her kind of metamorphosize, if I can say that, into the butterfly that she will soon become more and more in what she is now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I totally agree. I think um I always say truth is the best fiction, right? Because it's relatable. When you take stories from real life, whether it's situations that have happened to you or
Mm-hmm.
someone in your family or just someone that you know, or sometimes it could be a story that you done pulled from the headlines. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
when you take stories, right, that are very relevant to life, it's more impactful because then you can kind of mold and shape it to take on, and it'll be that inspiration, it'll be that self-help, it'll be that self-development moment. But most of the time when you're writing, you will find healing in what you're writing,
Absolutely.
especially if you're telling like you said, if you're basing stories off of, childhood stories, something that you've seen along the way, you do find healing in telling those stories. And so I think that's a great way to put it, in that as she continues to develop the character, because as we know, as you've seen in the promo and in the commercial, the main character of the book is Blue. And so most often your first characters are based loosely off of you, right? So it is going to be good to see how Blue develops from where she is in book one
Mm-hmm.
to the next installment. So I
Absolutely.
look forward to that, and I think that's a great point that you made. I also find it interesting. You're right. When you have friends that are multi-talented, you're like, you have so many things that you're doing, but which one you gonna focus on first?
Which one you gonna do first?
You know
I'm
what I
here
mean?
for it, but
Because
let me know what I need to cheer
you
for
you
first. I did
acting,
the
you
comedy
you a
first. I know.
comedian, you're writing. Which one you gonna do first? But I think
As
it
actor.
chose her. I think it chose her what she was going to really like. Don't get me wrong, she does her comedy shows and she's
Mhm.
fantastic. She's funny. She has a couple of series. Look, I'm telling all your business that you're supposed to be telling, but she has her episodes, her things that she do for acting. But
Right.
I always tell AM Morning, I love her as a storyteller. Like,
Hmm.
I get it. I laugh at her. She's funny. We laugh all the time. But I love her storytelling. Like it takes me places. I feel like I'm right there in the moment.
Right.
Anytime you have me up to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning reading, and
You
then when
trying
I
to figure out what's going
finish,
on
I
next with
pick.
Blue. Yeah.
Listen, and as a matter of fact, when I got to the end of the book, I picked up the phone and I called her and I said, "You cannot end this book here. You have got to be kidding me. What is the rest?" And she's like, "T, let me do T. I can't tell you. You have to wait until the next one." And I'm like,
It's
"Oh,
coming. It's
come
coming.
on,
Yeah.
man. Listen,
Mhm.
that's how good the book is." See, she got me over here acting all crazy because I'm still stuck at the end of this one because she won't hurry up and give me insight into the next
Nope.
one. I'm a little
Nope.
mad, just a little bit.
Mhm.
But I love you as a storyteller, and I'm so sorry I just got carried away because that's how good the book is. No, no joke. I keep saying that because that's how
No,
good the book
that
is, right?
ending, I agree. I
Hello,
totally
see,
agree.
hello. Somebody else agrees with me.
Yeah, I was sitting there
Well,
like,
actually, you like, where's the rest? What
right.
are you doing? You're like, there's no more pages. I'm at the end. There's no more words. What are you doing to me? When are you going to give me the rest? And I think everyone that has given the book a review, the last thing they say is, I cannot wait for the next one because you know there is next.
Mhm. Mhm.
But anyway, okay, I digress off of I give her a hard time about this all the time. This is a me and AM morning thing, okay? But that's the beauty of Pen the Writer's Utopia. We are relaxed here. And if I feel like getting on AM morning because she will not give me the rest of the book, then that's what I do sometimes. It's just what I do. But anyway, Louisa, you see, you were excited. You got to actually read the rough draft a few years ago before we even got here. And even you were mad. See how that goes? But tell me, from what you read, what how do you feel about it? And how excited are you for her that she's gotten it,
Oh,
actually birthed it
I'm
out?
so excited for her. I've only known her for a couple of years, but it seems like I've known her forever. She's such an awesome person. She's such a dope everything. She, she doesn't feel like it, but she really is. Everything she touches is amazing. She's a wonderful comedian. I actually work with her on a couple of different things, and it's just she's such a beautiful spirit. She's just a beautiful person.
She
When I found
is.
out she was writing her book, and I was honored for her to ask me to read her rough draft. I'm like, what? Of course. Like, what? You know? And so I was reading and sitting there like, oh, but it's like, well, this is the first one, and then she done changed some things, and it's just amazing to see the growth on her journey as far as an
Mm,
author, as far as, you know, overcoming that fear of releasing this story. Because, like you said, even if it's fiction, there are parts of you in the story,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
you just never know how people are going to accept it, or if the backlash you might receive, or even the great things you're going to hear. You just never know how you're going to receive it. So I'm just so super proud of her, and I'm just so super proud of her. So, like I said,
Listen at that. See, everybody's proud of you, and everybody is waiting for the next one. Notice I threw that in there. Everyone's
Yeah, you
like,
waiting
did
for
yeah,
the
though.
next
hint,
one.
hint, 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 hint. In case you didn't catch it, hint, hint, hint.
Hint, hint, hint. And don't be fooled. Don't sit over there and be like, well, if it's like that, I'm just gonna wait till the second one come out so I can read both of them back to back. No, you read the first one now and you wait like the rest of us for the next one. Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
because it's
So
more. The second one is a third, fourth, and is a fifth. So if you gonna wait, y'all gonna be waiting a long time. If you wait for all of them to be finished.
The drama don't
The
stop.
drama don't stop.
the
It's
it listen.
continuing. Life continues. It's continuing. It stopped when I dropped. That's when it. That's when it stopped. The drama
Oh
stopped when
goodness,
I
as
dropped.
long
That's
as long as you don't roll when you drop, just get back up. Okay.
baby.
Ain't no fight. The story is hot, but you don't need to be hot. Just don't roll.
Hot? Everybody tell me hot. But speaking of hot, I'm also doing other things. I'm acting, and I got I'm in a series, a web series called Life and Music, with Akiva McLean, and that trailer is out now. It came out yesterday or today. The trailer is
Okay.
out for that, and I'll be filming that. And then I cannot forget Red Vision Network. I got some comedy stuff on there. This show for hits and giggles, but it's a comedy series, and I was the first female comedian on their series, and also new stuff they got coming out. So I'm grabbing like this. I'm like, where you this, where you this, where you that. But at the same time, I'm never stopped writing or dictating because of impairment. I'll say that it's hard sometimes to write. So I'm always in my phone talking, like, and it comes out. I'm talking and I'm saving, talking and saving. So I'm doing a little bit of everything. But as I go through these different stages, whether I'm on stage doing comedy, whether I'm behind the scenes acting, or the AM morning show, whether I'm doing that, the Morning Mac show. I'm sorry, it's called the Morning Mac show. Stands for Music and Conversation. I do that with my son as well. Whatever I'm doing, I'm still writing, I'm still talking, I'm still dictating, I'm still adding to the process, to the story. And I'm doing so many things. And you're saying, oh, what do you want to do first? I want to do it all because it's like it's a circle. It's like everything like goes hand in hand because I'm hoping and praying that this becomes a series, a web series, a movie. This is another Precious, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. But ain't no Clarice Jenkins as a blue. It's like that.
Listen,
Let Lee
listen.
Daniel or somebody get a hold of that, honey. Huh,
Or Red Vision Cinema, just in case,
huh.
you know.
Mm.
I'm just putting that
That's
out
all I'm
Hey,
there.
saying.
I'm like all things are possible. Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and
yes,
yes.
it's coming.
Yes,
It's
yes,
it's
and
it's,
yes.
it's
It
coming.
is.
I feel it. I just
Yeah.
gotta catch up with it. I just gotta catch up with it. Like with the. But it's there. It's already there. It's already in the works. As long as I keep God in front of me, as long as I pray and listen to Him every step of the way, because it was only Him that got me able to do whatever I'm doing. Because when I was on my sick bed, in and out of consciousness, I did it a lot of in and out of praying, a lot of really praying that you just have no idea of. And that was because of what I went through. I understand that I went through this journey, or this had to happen, or this had to happen. Because I don't think if I had not gotten sick or taken ill, I don't think I would have had the time or the mindset to write the book.
I completely agree with that. I think we even talked about that one time
Yeah.
that, sometimes you look at yourself and I'm going to get a little personal. Sometimes she would say, I've been through so much and I feel like I haven't, done anything. And I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. We're
Mhm.
always complimenting you. We're trying to support
Mm-hmm.
you. And everything you put on your little wish list between being a comedian, being in music, being a writer, you pray for these things. You didn't pray for the opportunity. The Lord made the way. He made the opportunity to have the opportunity. If it was a time that you were still at work or if your child was younger, then you wouldn't be in a headspace to let that voice speak loudly so you can actually put pen to paper, that you could actually
Yeah.
dictate to someone that you see it clearly in your head. That's where the story begins, the storytelling begins. If you had a 9 to 5 working overtime on the weekends, with a small child, you wouldn't be able to accomplish all that you've done, which is being a comedian, to have your own morning show, to being a writer. So all things are in time, all things are in his time.
I agree. And sometimes every person is different, right? So there are people who may be able to juggle 3,000 plates at a time, right? But each one of us are unique, and it's
Are
okay
you guys
if
there?
you're not the person that can juggle 3,000 plates at a time, right? The thing is that sometimes we have to slow down to refocus and get back into
We froze
the
me.
direction. I see you guys. I see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can see us
You
on our
good
phone.
now?
Oh, we turn your phone up.
Um, but yeah, so there are sometimes
And we're
technical
back.
difficulties sometimes, y'all. And we're back. Yes. Um, uh-oh. But there are sometimes that we have to slow down to really recalibrate and get where we're supposed to be. Because there are times when we're just too busy. And we're too busy and we're missing it. And you don't want to do that. So I think it's great. All things work together for our good if we allow it to. That's the key. If we allow it to. There are things that happen that make us we're like, why did this happen to us? But if we slow down, there's a lesson in it that will help propel us to where we need to be and help prepare us for where we're going. We just have to allow it. And I believe that with AM getting sick, that was her slow down moment. That was her let me pour this out moment. And now look at her. She's not only writing books, but now she's walking in the lane of a comedian.
Also,
She's
blessing in disguise.
looking at multiple stories, how to get those stories out, and she's acting. And as a writer, those are all creative ways. Visual expression is a great way as well to tell story. Visual expression is a great way of telling stories as well. So I think that's phenomenal. But before we go to another quick break, I want to take a moment to give each one of you lovely ladies an opportunity to speak some positive life into AM. And so I'll start with you, Louisa. Can you share with us some great nuggets of wisdom and just love and encouragement for AM?
Well, I guess I'll tell her what I always tell her, or add a little to it. I always tell her to not stress about what she doesn't know is coming. You can't stress about the future. We don't know what the future is. So all you can do is enjoy the day, dwell and live in this moment, because I don't think she's had a chance to sit in the greatness that she has produced. You have a book out. It is out now. It's out in the world, and you
Mhm.
need to soak up all the amazing energy that's going to come from this book. Um, I want to send a lot of love to her and a lot of patience and kindness to her, because some people may not like the book. Some people may not agree with what she wrote. So she's going to need that extra love and that extra understanding and clarity to know that who cares if they don't like it? You know,
Yeah.
even if you're
Mhm.
perfect, even if you've never done anything wrong, somebody's going to find something wrong with you. So,
Hello.
yeah, and no matter what you do, it doesn't matter. So I just want to, and I let her know that I love her, of course, and that no matter what, I'm going to be here to support her. I'm going to make sure that other people know what she's doing, and just continue to be there for her.
Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Do you feel the love, AM? I felt the love on that one. Do you feel the love?
Thank you.
Awesome
I love
sauce.
you.
Now, Misha,
Yeah,
I think you guys might have to
I
turn
have
your device down
awesome
just a little bit because it's
friends.
echoing. But I do want you to share your nuggets of wisdom and encouragement to AM now. Oh, I think they're back.
Okay. Um, what can I say that I already haven't said to you about your faith, Chase? Uh, I am definitely
Can
proud
you
of
speak up just a little bit because we
you, and
we
I'm
I
can't hear
I
you?
want to stop. I got to thank her because without her it wouldn't be possible. This is the seed right here. This is my I mean I made the seed, but she helped it grow. She she helped my book grow. Without Misha, I wouldn't have had the book. She supported and the funding behind the book right here. And she said that she believed in me. That's why. Can I tell them how it happened? You don't want to really
No,
talk?
I was about to say
She
she
was
looked like she
selling
don't.
her house, and I was waiting for the money to come. She said, She said, you don't have to wait no more. As soon as I sell my house, I was waiting for the money to come. She said, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. But my sis said, I don't want to cry. Go ahead. I need.
Go ahead, Misha.
It
Share
just means
your
so
moments
much.
of love with her.
Go ahead. It's too many to name. It's too many nights on the phone. It's too many conversations over dinner about the stages of blue, the evolution of blue, the concept of blue. That she was so persistent. She was consistent in what she wanted to say when it came down to the style, to how she wanted it written, the dialect, that she wanted it to be true. I'm so happy and I'm so proud of her that she continues to make her dreams come true. We all can't do that. We all just don't have the time, the space, the energy. But in all that she's done, she's been persistent and she has persevered. And I just want to say I'm proud and happy for her. And I can't wait for the movie. I can't wait for Tyler Perry to say I need Medea in it too, or I can't wait for Lee Daniels to make it another TV show series because it's so multifaceted. It's so relatable. I can see a little bit of my life in some of the things we laugh about, some of the things. So it's going to be amazing as it continues to grow.
Awesome sauce. And on that note, I want to thank you, ladies, for sharing your love to AM Morning. I can see that she needs a moment to wipe her tears. She needs just a moment. Yes, see, my special guest Candy is still with me. See, she's there. She just was quiet, y'all. But anyway, so we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk to AM about what's next. This is Pen the Writer's Utopia, baby. It is our book tour. Oh, look, everybody holding up their copies of the book. Did you get yours? Did you get yours? Come on back. It's Pen the Writer's Utopia book tour where we're featuring Shades of Blue, written by author AM Morning. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Pen the Writer's Utopia. It is our book tour special edition where we are featuring none other than Shades of Blue, written by AM Morning. Listen, you guys need to go out and grab your copy. It's available at keytolife.com. That's QUI, the number 2 life.com. AM morning. We'll get that up for you guys in just a moment. You can go there and get you reserve you or order you a signed copy. There it is. You can order you a signed copy there, and or you can go on over to Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. It's also available at Books A Million and Walmart. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring my girl AM back into the picture with us. Hey AM, welcome back. Can you hear me? I'm not sure she can hear me. There she go. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, awesome sauce. So now we are getting to that point where our hour is winding down, and I want to give you a chance to just share your nuggets of wisdom and writing. Is there for anybody that's looking to write their story, what would you recommend to them? What encouraging words do you have for some of our writers that are watching? We have a really bad echo, and I'm so sorry, guys. Um, can you hear me, AM?
Um, you said what can I share with the writers?
Yeah, what word of encouragement do you have for some of our new writers that are just like you that were holding on to their stories,
Okay,
but
I'm
know that it's
sorry.
something
I
that
do
needs to be
apologize,
released?
but for some
That's
reason
okay.
the sound here went out a little bit. Keep writing, keep writing, never stop writing. And whether you're journaling or you writing stories, telling stories, keep writing. Keep the pen and paper close to you. That's that's the only thing I can say. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Don't stop. That's a good one right there. Don't stop. So, what else is on the horizon for AM morning?
Woo! Well, I got my fingers in the fires. Um, Not to mention the next book is called Indigo, A Deeper Blue. I will say that. So if y'all think this is good, the next one is off the Richter scale. I don't know if y'all gonna be ready for the next one because it more stuff happens and more situations or situations, more stuff. It's on an adult level, you know. So the first book, the baby gives you the growing pains. This second book, baby, that's pure unadulterated blue. All you know. So woo! Wait till y'all read that.
Ooh,
I
so
can't. I'm
for
so
all of
excited. And other things I have on the horizon is like I said, life and music with Akiva McLean, and I also got some fingers in the fire with Red Vision. Um, we're working on some things there. So you will see me there and there, here and there. Hopefully, I'll be everywhere. And I'm also available for bookings. You can reach me at Althea MC71 on Instagram or Althea McFarlane on Facebook, or just call me to book a show. Um, I'm always well, not I'm not going to say I'm always available, but when I'm not available, I'm not available. So you got to book me when you can. You know, I bring the comedy, I bring the funny, and all that good stuff. So,
awesome sauce, awesome sauce. So here we have again actress, comedian, and now author AM morning just coming to you live. I'm so proud of you. It has been such a pleasure working with you. I cannot explain how much I've enjoyed working with you. We always vibe when it comes to sit down and talk about storytelling and just developing different stories. And so I'm super excited for the opportunity to work with you. I cannot wait until we get to volume 2, Indigo. But until then, make sure you guys support, get your copy of Shades of Blue by AM Morning. Again, it's a page turner, guys. It's a page turner. It's a page turner. You can go to ketalife.com and /am morning. The web address is right there for you to grab your copy. If you purchase your copy within the next 24 to 48 hours, you will receive a signed copy by none other than Miss AM Morning herself. Okay, so make sure you get your copy. It is a fantastic book. I love the storytelling in this book because for me, when you can look and see real characters with real dialogue, with real situations, it's a great book. It's a great book, guys. So make sure you go and grab it. Thank you again to our sponsors. This show has been brought to you by Key to Life Publishing, which is also the publisher of Shades of Blue. We're so grateful to you guys for sponsoring Pent, the Writer's Utopia. And listen, when we're together, time always seems to fly, but that doesn't mean that we've ran out of words, okay? And I believe my good friend AM gave you the most valuable advice today, and that is to just write. If you can't write it, then record it. If you can't record it, then have somebody dictate it for you. But whatever you do, don't let your stories die inside of you. Breathe life into them. Pick up a pen and paper and just write. It's not about being perfect. I say that all the time. It's not about writing perfect. Your first draft is not going to be perfect. It's not. The first draft is always about getting it out. You know, when you get to the edition that's the ready to publish, after you done went to an editor and got your work edited, that's when it's perfect and ready to go, or as close to perfect as possible and ready to go to publishing. Until then, your draft doesn't have to be perfect. All you need to do is tell the story. Tell your story. That's all you have to do. Tell the story. Whether it's characters you created based on real life, whether it's your biography, um, or I don't know, maybe it's a devotional, whatever it is. If you have it to pour, pour. Just write. Don't worry about the rest. Just get it out. That's the best advice we can give you. All right. So, once again, I want to say thank you so much to our lovely, lovely, lovely author and featured author of the show, Miss AM Morning. You did a fantastic job, honey. I'm so proud of you. If you are proud, you know how we do Utopia family. Go ahead and put some hand claps for those of you all. If you've enjoyed chatting with us, watching us chat and listening to AM Morning's testimony and story, go ahead and show her some love in the comments and put them hand claps in there so that she can see and feel the love, okay? Because that's how we do. We love up on our writers when they come on to share their nuggets of wisdom and share just their journeys as writers. Listen, nobody's perfect, but if you got a story, don't take it with you. Make sure it's poured out so that someone else who needs it can find it and hear it and know it and apply it, okay? Anyway, that is all the time we have this evening. AM, I thank you. Louisa, thank you so much for joining us. Misha, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for being such a big part of this journey for Miss AM Morning. I certainly appreciate you. And then I'm going to send out some early birthday love because I was early. I was early earlier today, and I'm going to be early again. But I'm going to send out some love to AM Morning's little love bug, Mr. Tyree. Happy birthday early. Thank you for the inspiration you are in your mama's life. Thank you for holding your mama down. Because there's many a times when me and his mom is on the phone and he has my back, baby. So thank you, DJ Sly Ty, for having my back when I'm talking and fussing at your mama about getting this stuff done. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for everyone that is watching, everyone that is joining. Make sure you go again over to ketalife.com. Grab your copy of Shades of Blue. It's a story you don't want to miss, baby. You want to read this story. You don't want to be left behind, because when everybody else is talking about it in the book clubs and everywhere else, and you don't know what's happening, it's your fault because we told you where to get it. Shades of Blue, baby. All right. Well, we love you. We've given you some great nuggets. Now, as I always tell you guys, now is your turn, writers. Go write something great. Thank you so much. We love you guys, and you all have a safe and wonderful evening. Bye-bye.